All right, welcome to Duel number 2 here in Season 7. All right, here in Duel number 2. So as we got a helicopter cam. All right, maybe we should put pause on that. Oh, well, we could put pause on this. So here in the front row, locked into the front row, Michael McDowell, not having to worry about position here. Anthony Alfredo wanting to keep it up here. Anthony Alfredo has been good at these non-points races. He seems to win quite a few of them. Then we got Joey Logano on his outside. Okay, Joey Logano is back with Penske for his retirement season. And on his outside is Noah Gragson back with Trackhouse. And behind them, a lot of Hendrick cars right here. But starting on row 3 is Rambo Stevens, one of the hottest drivers last season, winning, I believe it was 6 races and had 4 in a row. And on his outside, Chase Elliott, who just nearly missed out on that final 4 spot. Behind them is Haley Deegan racing for Red Bull. Red Bull was split into sessions. They only got 2 cars and a part-time car, which is qualified for the 500. And on his outside, or on her outside, is William Byron. William Byron, the third Hendrick car in this race here. I believe, yeah, Carson Oswald was in the last one. So in the row behind them, Eric Jones, still racing for Legacy, and Daniel Hamrick, still racing for Dale Jr. It is now Dale Earnhardt Jr. Incorporated. Behind them, Todd Gillen. And Todd Gillen moving to Honda as Colleague is doing some testing with Honda this season. And Kyle Busch, who was transferred over to Knight Motorsports. Behind them, Alex Bowman once again returning with David Don Motorsport. And on his outside, the part-time driver that is qualified for the 500 off of his qualifying position, Chase Purdy. And behind them, Ross Chastain, now with us first season here at David Don Motorsport after a season at McLaren. And on his outside is Bubba Wallace returning to the Cup Series with Joe Gibbs racing that number 18. And behind them, Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst he's pretty consistent. And he's back with Penske. And on his outside, one of the drivers trying to make it into the 500. Right here in this duel, Parker Retzlaff. And behind him is Kyle Weatherman in the 42 racing for Legacy Motor Club. Or we still call it Richard Petty Motorsport. And on his outside, the third driver to try to qualify for the 500 here, Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray racing in the 23. And the last row is Sammy Smith racing for Colleague, and Justin Haley, the lone Bad Badger racing car in this duel. So as they are pacing around here, so duel number 1, David Max Verstappen qualified to make the 500 now off of his finishing position. So here they come to take the green flag. Green flag is out here for duel number 2. Final duel of the season. Let's see this starting lineup. So, not getting too aggressive there at the beginning. Michael McDowell gonna reach out to that lead. That outside not gonna form as well as it did in the last duel. Now as they get going, and no, they're all choosing the inside now. It's Anthony Alfredo, no Gregson, stuck up on that high side. So the problem for pit stops in duel number 1 has been fixed a little bit here, so they will have to make 1 pit stop, hopefully not 3. So we just see a bunch of Chevy here at the front of the pack. We got McDowell, Rambo, Alfredo, Elliott, Byron, Gregson, and Eric Jones. So this front pack is like 2 Fords, and the rest are Chevys. Actually, no, wrong. Eric Jones, that's right. He's in a Dodge. So there's 1 Dodge up here. So look in the back. Sammy Smith losing draft. Justin Haley stuck behind the 2 part-time cars, and Parker Retzloff still holding on to that spot. So for David Don to qualify to the 500, that would take the 2nd place finisher for part-time drivers here in this duel to finish in 20th or below. If they do finish 20th, then it will go into a tiebreaker. But 21st or below, so basically the last 2 positions, that will guarantee David into the 500. All drivers making moves there on this lap. Gonna want to watch here. Rambo, one of the most aggressive drivers, almost putting Anthony Alfredo on the apron there. So Joey Logano leading here at Daytona. Can he lead the lap? He does. So Anthony Alfredo back out front, or now out front. But I was saying, he's good when it comes to these unofficial races. It looks like no one losing the draft. Oh, never mind. We got Sammy Smith, Kyle Weatherman way out of draft. Everyone else is majorly in the draft. So they are 3 wide here, not in a great position. That's kind of a risky place to be, 3 wide, and a risky, they weren't really 3 wide very well. Could have easily had a wreck there. As they're still 3 wide. Now back to 2 wide here. As Anthony Alfredo is now pulling out with the lead. Chevy dominating here on the inside. 4 cars in a row. Here comes Noah Gragson. He's going to peek in under Rambo. That is not a great idea. Rambo will cut you off. Rambo looking at the dive on the inside. He does get enough to get to the corner panel of Elliott. Can he keep it there into the turn, though? He's really trying to keep it 3 wide there. Almost into the quarter panel of Elliott there. He's got help from behind. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to keep it there, though. The help was not enough. So we only had one moment in Duel 1 where, surprise, there wasn't a wreck as Riley Herbst trying to put it under both walls here. So 3 wide again. It looks like they have gotten back to double file. Michael McDowell making the move to the inside. Chevys are making a lot of moves here in this race to go 3 wide. And Chase Elliott's just going to let that slide, drop back behind. No need to risk getting in a crash here. Michael McDowell, he's going to make the move. He's going for up front. He's going for the win. So I think Alfredo trying to keep that outside going and keep that lead from Joey Logano. If you're one of the owners of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Incorporated, this is definitely a very, very confusing to who to cheer for. Well, Michael McDowell is going to just say, screw that. Going to take over that lead here. As they are 3 wide. No bad pushes yet. So lots of 3 wide action in this duel. Usually it doesn't turn out to be the 3 wide that causes the wreck, so it's usually just a bad push from behind. So currently part-time drivers, Parker Retzoff qualifying in from 16th position. Chase Purdy already locked in. Taylor Gray and running 19th. And Kyle Weatherman 21st. So top 3 all single file right now. Rambo's, he's trying to put it 3 wide for that lead on the high side. Possibly getting that runoff though there. And here comes Daniel Hamrick to pit road. So it might end up being more of a field strategy race at the looks of it. So let's see how many people pit this time. This could get... looks like it's going to be fine. You got drivers going everywhere here in the pack right now, though. Chevys, once again, I mean, they're top 5. They're all the top 5 is Chevys. And William Byron kind of looking to make that the top 6. Oh, but we got pit stops here. Lots of drivers coming down pit road. And Alex Bowman is going to get that run on Eric Jones as Eric Jones got slowed down. Taking advantage of that situation. It's still... oh, wait. We got a Chevy that's a lap down helping out these Chevys. Or is it slowing down? Possibly slowed down his own teammate right there. Here goes Parker Retzlaff up front. You know, gotta follow Chevy orders. Ah, fuck. Blah. All right, well, leaders have gone down pit road. Now Kyle Busch is he's a lap down. So, Rambo, possible provisional leader here. So those drivers, they pit at the halfway point. They're looking to make it a one-stop strategy, able to save enough fuel to make it. Let's see how many of them can make it to the end, though, and if they end up going to the end. Or do they all have enough fuel now to go to the end? So it was Rambo. And here they come. So it's actually going to be Logano. Logano making it past into the top 3. Rambo, he is passing Herbst. He's got that run right now. And Joey Logano's going to go on the outside. Second. And to the lead goes Logano here in duel number 2 after pit stops. But he did pit early. And here comes Rambo. He's going to get aggressive dive to the inside. Almost going to get cut off by Joey Logano. Almost banging doors there. So over halfway into this race now as we look back. Kyle Weatherman running 21st. Taylor Gray battling for 18th. And it is Parker Retzlaff currently qualifying in, running 13th. And in this pack right here, as they were 3 wide. Michael McDowell going for the lead here. Chevy versus Ford. And then you got that big pack. So, yes, Anthony Alfredo, the 8 car, his teammate, might have slowed him down, and that costing him to be in the second pack instead of up front battling for the win. We'll see if they're able to gain the time they need to catch up to this 5-car pack, as they are they're a 9-car pack back here. So these three have gotten out. Just working together right now. Let's see, 4.10 down. Oh, actually, losing time. Losing time. Only lost a 100th of a second. But still losing time. And here comes the first lap traffic, Sammy Smith. So let's see how this lap traffic, how they deal with this lap traffic here. Logano is going to make sure he gets to the inside there. Rambo is he going to get aggressive with this? Not really going to get that aggressive, but he's got his teammate behind him now. Let's see. Are they going to push around? Not going to push around, but lots of time gained from the pack behind because of the lap car right now. This lap car, he's going to get up to speed, try to work with them right now. And here comes Kyle Weatherman, another lap car. And if he goes a lap down, that is basically his qualifying for the 500 over. And oh, he's going to block Rambo. He's going to try and go for it. And almost into the quarter panel. Mike McDowell. Kyle Weatherman 1 lap down now, though. He is out of contention for, or pretty much now, out of contention. And here comes Rambo. He's going to go for that lead on Joey Logano. Let's see, both those lap cars are sticking with this pack. As we get later into this race, now it's more looking at that field mileage. Will they all make it? So no Gregson currently leading this pack back here, 2.5 seconds behind, but have gained quite a bit the last 2 or 3 laps. Now this pack is kind of growing larger. I don't know if that is going to be a good thing or a bad thing for them, but Logano back to the inside of Rambo. So McDowell, unlike Hamlin, is competing here at the duel, you know, maybe getting a little bit of practice in. So gained a bit more time there. But this front pack is looking like it is more starting to single file out, which is going to allow him to get better runs. Justin Haley, unknown if he is going to become a lap car, lap traffic or not. So Taylor Gray still 19th. This could possibly put Taylor Gray into the 500 over David Don. Retzlaff, he is getting a little bit of aggressive here. Racing currently 14th. Oh, we got Joey Logano pit road. Joey Logano has hit pit road. It is just Joey Logano going back out front. Michael McDowell currently in the lead. That's a little bit earlier than it was expected, so maybe we might see everyone pit, but those drivers, maybe those drivers that pit on lap 16, the exact halfway point, maybe they can make it. Here comes Kyle Weatherman to pit road. Sammy Smith, Riley Herbst to pit road. This whole pack of 5 are going to stay out. Whole pack of 5 and a pack of 3 up ahead. Pack of 3 going for that lead. Pack of 5 trying to catch. Currently unsuccessful. See any more pitters. We got Daniel Hemrick, Parker Retzlaff. Let's check on that part-time. Already have pitted as Taylor Gray, so try to find Taylor Gray on here. Taylor Gray is already out. Does that put him? No, it doesn't. I think he might have pitted early. I don't know. We'll have to find out here. Here comes William Byron to pit road. See how this goes right here, but it looks like yes, Taylor Gray did end up going a lap down. So time gain there for what was the pack of 5. Now it's Alfredo, Noah Gregson, and Eric Jones. Maybe you can count Bubba Wallace in there. I don't think he has the draft he needs, though. So the top 2 kind of pulled away at the moment. Chase Elliott falling behind. 2 to go here. Those no pitters there. So it's going to be a battle for that lead coming to the white flag. Chase Elliott still trying to get back up. And Anthony Alfredo. Actually, no, Gregson is kind of getting out there right now. But white flag's coming out. Will it be between just Michael McDowell and Rambo? Or will Chase Elliott and no Gregson have anything to say about it? So white flag Rambo, currently the leader, going to want to block the 46 here, although it won't change position. If he wins, he stays on the second row. If he gets second, he's also on the second row. Because Michael McDowell qualified front row. This is for the outside. The outside here. And Rambo, will Michael McDowell challenge on the inside? He will not challenge on the inside. Rambo gonna cruise to victory here in duel number 1. And it's gonna be Parker Retzlaff to qualify. Bubba Wallace out of field at the line. Ross Chastain out of field at the line. And Taylor Gray going to come across. Let's see what position. 17th. Going to come across 17th. Possibly qualifying him for the 500. Oh, drivers out of field. Rambo not going to be able to make it back to pit road. I believe Michael McDowell is out of field. A lot of these drivers up here are out of field. Okay. So Rambo's actually going to make it back to pit road. Out of field, though. Alex Bowman out of field. Got a lot of drivers back here on the backstretch. So we go through that. We got Michael McDowell, who still runs on the front row, even though he got second. Renbu Stevens is going to qualify in the fourth position, putting him in the second row. Third row is going to go to Noah Gregson. Fourth row, going to go to Chase Elliott. Fifth row, Anthony Alfredo. Sixth row, Eric Jones. Seventh row, Bubba Wallace. Eighth row, Alex Bowman. Ninth row, Ross Chastain. 10th row is Haley Deegan. 11th row is going to go to 16th, Sammy Smith? No, wait, we're watching Sammy Smith. 16. Who is 16? Ah, yes. Todd Gilliland. 12th row is going to go to the number 12, so that's Joey Logano. 13th row, William Byron. 14th row, Riley Herbst. 15th row, Daniel Hamrick. 16th row, Parker Retzlaff, who is going to qualify in as a part-time driver here. 17th row is a challenge for the last spot into the 500 as Taylor Gray. But so 17th row is going to end up being the 92. Isn't that no Gregson? Oh, 92 is oh yes, 92. So 92. Chase Purdy, who qualified in on qualifying as a part-time driver, is going to qualify into that 18th row. What am I? Oh. Because it's not. There we go. So no, he's going to qualify into the 17th row. Kyle Busch going to qualify into the 18th row. Justin Haley into the 19th row. Sammy Smith is going to qualify to the 20th row. And from there, it's going to be between David Don and Taylor Gray for that 42nd spot here into the 500.